So along the release of Windows 11, Microsoft also added something called WSA. And with WSA, you can run Android apps on Windows 11 natively. And to download and install those Android apps, we need an App Store. And Microsoft decided to partner up with Amazon for their App Store. And the Amazon App Store contains about like 30 to 50 useless apps like Candy Crush Saga or something. And it is still in development and only available in certain countries. But the Windows community has figured out a method that we can use to install Google Play Store and other Google apps using WSA on Windows 11. And that is exactly what we're going to be taking a look at in this video. So, let's get started. So first off, let's take a look at the prerequisites. So to begin with, you must have virtualization enabled on your PC. So to check if you have virtualization enabled on your PC, press the Ctrl+Escape keys on your keyboard. Here's the Performance tab, and make sure it says virtualization enabled. So 90% of the time, it should say virtualization enabled. Or if it doesn't, you need to search online on how to get into your PC's BIOS and enable virtualization. And once that's done, we also need to enable virtualization within Windows 11, which is pretty simple to do. All you basically do is go into the Start menu, search up for Control Panel, open it up, click on Programs and Features, and hit Turn Windows Features on or off. And from here, you need to check Virtual Machine Platform if it's done already and click on OK. Now just let Windows do its work. And once it's done, it might prompt you to restart. So just click Restart in order to fully enable virtualization. And once the machine boots back, there's just one thing left to do, which is turning on developer mode. So to turn on developer mode, open up Settings, navigate to Privacy and Security, for developers, and turn on developer mode. And that's basically it for the settings that you want to enable within Windows 11 and in your PC's BIOS. And now let's actually download some packages and install them. So the first thing that you want to download is my all-in-one zip pack, which you can do by heading over to the link in the description box below, and it should be presented with this Google Drive file. And from here, you want to hit that little download button and hit download anyway. Now just wait for the all-in-one zip pack to download. And once the zip file is downloaded, you just want to extract it. And once the process is complete, there should be three folders. So firstly, just open up the ADB folder and run the executable inside this folder. Now, you should be presented with this PowerShell script over here. So it's going to ask you if you want to install ADB or not. Just type in Y to say yes and press enter. It's also going to ask you if you want to install ADB system-wide. Just type in yes and press the enter key once again. And finally, it's going to ask you if you want to install the device drivers. So, just say yes and go to the installation wizard. And that's it. You've successfully installed ADB onto your computer. Now you can delete the ADB folder to save some space on your hard drive. Now just get the WSA package and transfer it onto a safer location. I recommend putting it in the root of the C drive. Now you want to go back to the downloads folder, cut the kernel file, go back to the root of the WSA package folder, and paste the kernel file. Again, you should paste in the root of the WSA package folder, not any other folder inside of the WSA package. Now you want to open up PowerShell by going to Start menu, searching for PowerShell, right-clicking on the result, hitting Run as Administrator, and clicking Yes in the user control prompt. Now in the terminal over here, you want to type in CD, copy the path of the WSA package, paste it onto the terminal, and press Enter. Now navigate it to the WSA package. So now you want to copy this command from the description box below and paste it onto the terminal. So now as you can see on the Start menu, we have WSA installed. So we can just open it up and turn on developer mode. Now let's open up files. And yeah, as you can see here, there's just not much action going on over here. All you really have is a simple file browser. But once it gets properly initialized, you should see the Play Store on your Start menu. So if you run the Play Store and try to sign in, it will not let you sign in. But there's a pretty easy fix for this. All you want to do is go into your Start menu, type in CMD, right-click the result, click Run as Administrator, and click Yes in the UAC prompt. Now let's type in ADB onto the command prompt window and press Enter. And once ADB is initialized, we want to connect to WSA. If we connect to WSA, we need its IP address. So to find out WSA's IP address, we just want to open up our Start menu and launch WSA. Now here, make sure developer mode is enabled. And the IP address should be listed right here under developer mode. Just go back to your CMD window and give it the command ADB connect and the IP address of WSA. Now we want to type in ADB shell. Then we want to type in SU in all lowercase. Finally, we gotta type in set enforce 0, and that's it. Now we can sign into Google Play. And also, while signing into these devices with zero protection, just make sure not to give any of your personal information away and do not sign in with your main account. because this is a pretty vulnerable device. So I'm going to sign in with my mail account. And yeah, as you can see over here, we are successfully logged into Google Play. So most of the apps are available on the Play Store, but some apps and games are not available, like Genshin Impact for example. So to fix this, you can do something what's called sideloading. And by sideloading, you can install apps that are not available in the Play Store using APK files. So sideload an app, download the APK of the app that you would like to sideload, open up a command prompt window, type in ADB connect, and the IP address of WSA, and finally type in ADB install, copy paste the path to the APK file to terminal, and press enter. That's going to take a while to install the APK, but once the process is complete, it should be listed as an app on the start menu. So now that we know how to install and set up WSA with the Play Store and sideload apps, let's do some wild gaming. So firstly, let's start with the legendary Among Us. Among Us run pretty smoothly, but heavy games like Asphalt 9 or Genshin Impact, on the other hand, take centuries to load up. And even if it loads up, it is mostly unplayable. I think it's probably because WSA is not intended for gaming, even though Microsoft advertises it as it is intended for gaming, and it's still a virtual machine platform. So you can't expect that much out of it. Anyways, a quick recap on what we did today. We installed WSA with playstore support. We also learned how to sideload apps. And we did some mild gaming. So I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like and get subscribed to my channel with notifications set to all, so you'll never miss out on any single piece of content that I upload. And also, if you have any queries or any ideas for future upcoming videos, please leave a comment down below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye!